Alright guys, welcome back to another video on आयुदेव गुरुगान। काफ़ी टाइम बाद वीडियो आया है बट आना तो था ही। एफ ए कप फाइनल बिटवीन चेल्सी एंड लिवरपूल बहुत अहम मैच है दोनों के लिए, बिकॉज अगर देखा जाए लिवरपूल एक्चुअली गोइंग फॉर अ क्वाड्रपल। ऑन पेपर दे स्टिल हैव अ चांस इन द प्रीमियर लीग डेफिनेटली, चैम्पियंस लीग तो है ही, एंड एफ ए कप इज कमिंग इनटू द पिक्चर फॉर देम एज वेल. Chelsea, on the other hand, are going for their first trophy in a pretty difficult season. अगर हम बात करें तो आप डेफिनेटली पूछ सकते हो किसके लिए ज़्यादा मायने रखता है ये. Liverpool, who have this reputation who have to uphold this quadruple reputation, which is huge currently, or Chelsea, who लास्ट टाइम कैराबा कप फाइनल के पहले रोमन अब्रामोविच ने बोला कि he is selling the club, and since then Tuchel has had to answer a lot of questions regarding not just regarding performances on the pitch but regarding the Ukraine-Russia war as well. And तब से Chelsea की जो whole outset है, it has the way Chelsea has looked as a whole, as a club, both on the pitch and off the pitch, has been questioned a lot. Characters of the players have been questioned a lot, and definitely they have come out onto the pitch roaring a lot of times. So आप अगर वो भी चीज़ देखोगे and you probably think about the magnanimity of that particular situation and think that कि currently with Todd Bowley coming into the picture as well, with many other things happening in the background, with Antonio Rudiger contract negotiations, Antonio Rudiger now leaving for Real Madrid, with all of those things happening in the background, Chelsea have managed to come to a FA Cup final. A trophy at the end of the season would be great in that aspect. A morale lifting चीज़ हो जाएगी Chelsea के लिए, एंड ऑल्सो एक नेसेसिटी भी हो जाएगी कंसिडरिंग द फैक्ट कि आप लास्ट सीजन ही चैम्पियंस लीग जीत के आए थे, एंड regardless of whatever situation you are in right now, you are a champion, you are currently the Champions League holder. And also the fact कि आपने स्पेंड तो मनी बहुत स्पेंड किया है ट्रांसफर मार्केट पे, but you've got expensive signings in your squad currently, so to justify the price tags, matlab there are people who have justified the price tags already, but to further solidify what we thought that they would bring to the plate once we signed them, people like Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz का Champions League goal probably repaid the whole amount that we paid for him, but the expectations that we have for Kai Havertz as well, the leadership qualities that he has, leading by example वाली चीज़ तो काफ़ी बार उन्होंने ये सीजन में हमको दिखाई है. Will that come to the fore against Liverpool? That's what we want to see as well. So all of these new players that we really thought could just stand up and take plaudits. Talk about Romelu Lukaku as well, the 95 million signing that we have done. How will he rise to the picture, or how will he rise to the occasion? So all of these things are, मतलब ये बहुत अहम चीज़ हो जाती है for us, and इसीलिए आप चैम्पियंस लीग होल्डर and the fact that हमने 95 million spend किया था behind one particular striker definitely, but उसके साथ साथ 2 सीज़न पहले जो हमने बड़े ट्रांसफर्स किए हैं, we need all of them to step up to the plate right now so that justify हो पाए कि ठीक है, this season hasn't been exactly a complete failure. next time अभी हम ट्रांसफर मार्केट पे जाएंगे तो हम अगर बड़े प्लेयर को लेके आना चाहते हैं तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि राइट, जूल्स कुंडे, you are coming to a setup which is not exactly मतलब destroyed after Abramovich left the club. We still have character in us, and this is the proof. This FA Cup trophy is the proof. So that is Chelsea for us. Liverpool, on the other hand, have a Champions League commitment to look forward to. I'm just thinking in my head that क्या वो थोड़ा सा सेफ लगे considering the fact कि Chelsea would be very pumped up for this. So will will they take a step back and think that will they take a step back and think, okay, we don't want our players to be injured before the Champions League final. कोई long term injury ना हो जाए for our players, so that they, for any of our key players, so that they miss the Champions League final. Will they be ultra cautious in that sense, or will they have that thing in their head कि नहीं, this is a final in the end and we need to treat it as one. So this is something that I'm a bit confused about. Like, how will they actually treat this final? Knowing Klopp that he I think he'll go for the latter. He'll probably treat it as a final that he needs to win. He needs to probably maintain that reputation for Liverpool that yes, right now they're one of the two best teams in the Premier League, or one of the two best teams in England. Sorry, he wants to maintain that reputation. Also, another thing with Liverpool is definitely they are one of the two best teams. पर अगर आप चेल्सी लिवरपूल के फिक्सचर्स को प्रीवियसली देखोगे, सो इफ़ यू काउंट दैट होल सेकंड हाफ परफॉर्मेंस, डिफेंसिव परफॉर्मेंस जो हमने किया था अगेंस्ट लिवरपूल, आउट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर मैच, आप देखोगे कि बेसिकली 3 गोल स्कोर किए हैं ईच टीम ने, 3 गोल कंसीड किए हैं ईच टीम में. सो मोस्टली इट हैज़ बिन वेरी टाइट बिटवीन चेल्सी एंड लिवरपूल दिस सीजन. कैराबाओ कप फाइनल तो आप जानते ही हो कि पेनल्टी शूटआउट्स तक गया था. तो वी हैव प्लेड आउट ड्रॉज विथ लिवरपूल बेसिकली, एंड it's actually been very tight. So you can't really come out and say that Liverpool have been a dominant force this season, so they can easily go ahead and win this. That probably may not happen, ठीक है, or that probably may happen in a very slim fashion. But I don't think so. It would be as one-sided as sometimes people can predict about these fixtures. और एक चीज़ जो मैं बोलना चाहूँगा कि the players to watch out for in this particular fixture would definitely be, let's say, a Thiago for me, and Jordan Henderson. Thiago definitely for the vision that he brings to the game, and जैसे वो ball spray out करते हैं, the way he dissects defenses with the vision that he has, or with the through balls that he with the through balls का skill that he possesses, that. And also Jordan Henderson, because Fabinho नहीं रहेंगे, so Jordan Henderson marshalling the midfield and in Fabinho's absence will be very interesting to see. How does he handle the sole responsibility of doing that? That would be great. Also Joel Matip को बहुत टास्क किया जाएगा कि वो बॉल प्रोग्रेशन पे ध्यान रखें और वो ड्राइव करे बॉल के साथ या पास करे बिटवीन द लाइन्स, जो बहुत अच्छा करते हैं वो जोएल माटिप. चेल्सी की अगर बात करें, चेल्सी ने प्रीवियस गेम्स में चेल्सी ने बहुत डायगनल बॉल्स ट्राई किए हैं टू कैच लिवरपूल के एडवांसिंग फुल बैक्स ऑफ गार्ड, एंड टू प्रोवाइड दोस डायगनल बॉल्स बिहाइंड दोस फुल बैक्स फॉर आवर रनर्स टू रन बिहाइंड. क्या वो इस मैच में भी क्या will Liverpool be able to understand that game plan? Because if they do, then it will be very hard for us to break them down. It will be very hard for us to break them down because और कहीं वो spaces नहीं देते हैं opponents को. The spaces that you usually get is in their wide areas because the fullbacks are advancing. But if the fullbacks are quite wary about that, ठीक है, and if the license to actually go forward, bomb forward, if they don't get the license to bomb forward almost every time, ठीक है, then I think Chelsea will be in trouble, and then it will be a very cagey match because breaking down opponents is not what we do. But I think this will not be the case. दोनों टीम काफ़ी हाई प्रेस करेगी. Liverpool will try to catch our forwards, our inside forwards offside, ठीक है, वो ऑफसाइड लाइन मेंटेन, वो वेरी हाई ऑफसाइड लाइन मेंटेन करके रहेगी, तो वो वाला ऑफसाइड ट्रैप मेंटेन करके रखेंगी, तो वो वाले सीन्स हमको बहुत देखने को मिलेंगे. चेल्सी के हिसाब से आई वुड रियली थिंक दैट लुकाकू हैज़ a lot to prove in this game, because in the past few games Lukaku has been pretty nice. अब लीड्स का अगेंस्ट देखोगे, बुल्स का अगेंस्ट भी देखोगे, लीड्स तो मतलब अब सोच लो कि लीड्स अगर भी खेलने को आती है तो मतलब लीड्स रियली गिव्स द ओपोनेंट टीम अ लॉट ऑफ फॉर्म, ठीक है, और रियली गिव्स अ प्लेयर फ्रॉम द ओपोनेंट टीम अ लॉट ऑफ गुड थिंग्स टू टॉक अबाउट, ठीक है। सो लीड्स का बारे में अगर हम बाहर करते हैं वो लीड्स का परफॉर्मेंस भी, वुल्स पे आते हैं। वुल्स पे Lukaku was really good. Now, what we need to do with Lukaku is pass the ball, not to his feet, but pass the ball into space in the lane that he is in, so that, and pass the ball quickly to him, so that when he has positioned himself at a good space, we should not let the defender covering him know the fact that the ball is going to know the fact that the ball is going to be passed to him, so that he can react accordingly, and बहुत अच्छे से वो मतलब ही कैन रिएक्ट टू द सिचुएशन एंड से दैट ठीक है, नहीं ये बॉल पास नहीं होगी लुकाकू को, वैसे सिचुएशन को आने नहीं देना है। द बॉल शुड बी क्विकली पास टू लुकाकू, देयर शुड बी अर्ली क्रॉसेस फ्रॉम द विंग्स टू लुकाकू टू विच प्रॉब्ली लुकाकू कैन टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ। उन्होंने एक ग्लांसिंग हेडर किया था अगेंस्ट लीड्स जो बहुत क्लोज गई थी पोस्ट के। आई थिंक वो एरियल एबिलिटी भी स्लोली आ जाएगी लुकाकू के पास, बट वी नीड टू बी वेरी क्विक विद आवर डिसीजन मेकिंग when it comes to making Lukaku look good. So I think that needs to happen, and I'm pretty sure Lukaku will create spaces for himself as well. Virgil van Dijk will be on him throughout, and that is the battle that I would be very interested in seeing. How does Lukaku handle Virgil van Dijk, and what does Virgil van Dijk do? What does Virgil van Dijk do really? What to say? Really good. What does Virgil van Dijk do really efficiently? Sorry, not really good, really efficiently in just cancelling Lukaku out of the game. वो भी चीज़ बहुत अच्छी रहेगी देखने को। मेसन माउंट का रोल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा बिकॉज मैटियो कोवाचिच नहीं रहेंगे टीम में, तो बॉल प्रोग्रेशन में बहुत कमी रहेगी हमारी टीम के अंदर। कांटे भी थोड़े डाउटफुल रह रहे हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज फिटनेस इश्यूज हैं कांटे के साथ, थोड़े डाउटफुल रह रहे हैं। तो क्या रूबन लॉफ्टस-चीक आएंगे उसके साथ और जॉर्जिनो के साथ पैर करेंगे? दिस विल बी दिस इज अप फॉर डिबेट बिकॉज रूबन लॉफ्टस-चीक अगर आएंगे, बिन प्रिटी गुड इन द पास्ट 2 games, बट लिवरपूल इज अ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम, और कभी वो अपने हाफ टर्न्स के साथ प्रेडिक्टेबल हो ही जाता है। तो विल Tuchel take the risk of probably starting Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho together, so that probably Ruben Loftus-Cheek can take advantage of, let's say, a single pivot in Jordan Henderson, so while attacking, but that does leave leave you exposed on counters because you have a great passer in Thiago in the mix in the midfield, so आप उधर क्या करोगे? So very interesting decisions to make, but I think that the trident that we should go for is Mason Mount. Kante अगर fit नहीं है फिर भी I think at least 45 minutes 60 minutes should be played by him. At least the first 45 minutes needs to be played by N'Golo Kante to set a rhythm to our game. And Jorginho, that is the midfield that I'm looking at. Mason Mount needs to drive with the ball as much as he can, and needs to look for those channels as much as he can. Needs to be a lot more mobile than he was in the past 2 games. I'm not saying that he wasn't, but as I said, this is a completely different ball game. तो उनको और भी ज़्यादा दुगना एक्टिव रहना पड़ेगा in those channels to pick out those passes into those channels. There need to be runners, willing runners like a Timo Werner. I want Timo Werner to start because yes, Timo Werner hasn't impressed a lot of people, but his pace in behind those fullbacks is very efficient, and when he's on the ball, definitely the people who are calling for those balls, they stand to benefit a lot because Timo Werner is lately getting into a lot of good positions to effectively add to our attacks. तो आप ये सब चीज़ें इन फुल देखने को आपको मिल सकता है। एंड कमिंग टू द प्रेडिक्शन, आई थिंक वी डू हैव अ चांस ऑफ विनिंग इट। मैंने ये बोला है कि आई एम ऑप्टिमिस्टिक, प्रॉब्ली वी कैन विन इट 2-1, बट आई वुड लाइक टू नो योर प्रेडिक्शंस एज वेल। प्लीज़ ड्रॉप इट डाउन इन द कमेंट्स बिलो, एंड अगर मुझे टाइम मिला तो मैं डेफिनेटली आपके कमेंट्स को एड्रेस करूँगा। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग गाइज। बहुत लेट मैंने वीडियो बनाया है, बट मुझे लगा बस मुझे बात करनी थी इसके बारे में, जब बात कर ली। सो थैंक यू गाइस फॉर वॉचिंग एंड स्टे ट्यून्ड, अगला वीडियो जल्दी आएगा।